And we're saying the same things now that we're saying 2-3 years ago. He's raw, he's this, he's that. And we can't keep saying that. So for me, I actually, the more I see him, the more I think he's not a Liverpool player. Now, people might have a go at me for saying this, but, you know, he works hard. You're not signing a player, or you're not bringing a player in because he works hard, because that should be a prerequisite anyway. You've got to come in, you've got to score goals. And I know he's a fan favourite for what he puts in. But at the time that we're talking now, you've got to perform better and you've got to do better in that Liverpool shirt.
What is he doing wrong? I mean, this is absolutely your specialist subject. What is he doing wrong in front of goal? Mentally, what's he doing wrong, do you think?
I don't think he's quick enough in his thought in terms of how he should be finishing. He's quick over the ground, you know, we know how quick he is, but when you are a striker, your speed of thought's got to be quicker than anyone else. And I think when he has time to think about it, he sort of struggles. When he sort of instinctively, sometimes he looks a little bit better, but we still probably want a little bit more. So I think his speed of thought as a striker in terms of where he should be, how he finishes, you know, any part of his body, feet or head, it's got to improve.
Have they asked you to work with him?
No.
They might want to.
I mean, look, I'm one of these unemployed scousers. You know, you don't get many of us about here.
The thing is, you hear so often of it, you have to be ice cold in front of goal, don't you? As you say, you have to be quick over the ground, but then you have to calm yourself down. It seems at times he's in such a hurry in front of goal, doesn't he?
A lot of strikers are very anxious in terms of getting that goal, or, you know, wanting to do better. I mean, John Doolan spoke about it before in his match chat. You've got to do the basics. You've got to do them well, and then obviously everything will settle in. When players maybe trying too hard, it becomes, you know, a little bit of a worse situation for them, because
the way you looked at me then when you went tries too hard.
no, you know how it is. Yeah. But when players do, when they think they've got to do more, you end up coming unstuck a little bit. So I always think that when you are a footballer, regardless of what position, if you do the basics right, then everything else will follow.
If it's the FA Cup, you must get a goal at the Cup end.
That's
the way it works.
Obviously, delighted to get my goal. Don't know what it is, but yeah, buzzing to keep scoring.
What was the key when you came on?
I think I've been out for a while, 5 months, so coming back, first team football is a different intensity to any football, so just work as hard as I can, try and get into the groove of it, and then any opportunity, sniff a goal out.
Yeah, we saw you, of course, make a big impression last season in this competition. What has it been frustrating in a sense then not to sort of carry that on?
Obviously I made an impact last season. It's not really any frustration from me. As I said, I'm young. There's still a lot more to do. Hopefully a lot more I can do. So yeah, looking forward to it.
You talk about young. Today, Rion Gamoa, record youngest Liverpool starter. How good is he?
Not just that, seeing his feet, as soon as he come on, he's lightning. Yeah, so proud of him. I'm sure his family's proud too.
And overall for the team, you know, obviously, I think probably quite a few of the Accrington lads, the Liverpool connection. How was the challenge? What did they offer?
Yeah, they offered a lot. I mean, like I said, it's tough. First team football is a completely different level and big lads. So when I'm coming on, I mean, it's tough to keep the ball on, but it's a good challenge. I mean, I think I did well. And hopefully more to come.
Well, in all competitions, of course, Liverpool still, you have to almost have said to the manager today, I have a role to play, I can help.
Obviously, the manager's put faith in me today, and I'm grateful for it, to be honest. I scored, and I mean, like I said, I'm really grateful for the opportunity he's given me. Hopefully, I can do even more. It gives me more opportunity, so yeah.
Thank you, well done.
Thank you very much.
If you're wondering why is he puffing a bit, even though he came off the bench and scored, he still had to do quite a serious... Well, I said warm down, you said fitness session after the full-time whistle.
It definitely wasn't a warm down what he was doing after the pitch. We must have dragged him straight off to do the interview.
So they were sprinting from halfway to the Cop-End goal.
But what a great interview and what a fantastic young man there. So he deserved his goal, and great to see him back after 5 months out. And like I said, really top interview as well.
What an option that is for Arne Slot.
Brilliant from a Liverpool point of view, and I think that's what you want. You want your squad, you want your players, you want your team to sort of come in when needed, and they've done that today. OK, it's Accrington Stanley. Let's not make a big song and dance over that, but they've come in, they've done a job, and the players have done well for Arne today.
Absolutely. Let's hear from the Liverpool manager then. Here is Arne Slot with Gabriel Clark.
Arne, well done. A win as expected. What did you make of the performance?
First of all, credits to them, because I think they showed their style of play today, which is, I think, a big accomplishment. We're not afraid. They play the same style as they always play, high press. We're not afraid to go to 1v1 as well. So a big compliment to them. And in the end, of course, the difference in quality makes a big difference for us. But compliments to them the way they showed up today.
What did you make of the history boy, as we'll call him maybe, Rio Ngamoa, youngest ever Liverpool starter?
Yeah, I think he did well. There were a few moments where the fans could see why we think he's a talent. So he's really good in the 1v1 situations, fast, can change direction really fast. We saw this a bit more in the first half than the second half, but I think it's nice to make your debut, to have a win, and he had a few very good actions where the fans reacted on as well. So it's a nice and special day for him.
Would you agree, Trent Alexander-Arnold, player of the match?
Yeah, not for the first time, I would say. Trent didn't have his best game against United, and that's everybody fell over him. At least it seemed like that. But for the rest of the season, he's been so good for us. So I like his performance a lot today. I liked his performance when he came in against Tottenham, and I like the reaction of the fans at Tottenham and today again as well.
What will that mean to him? We know the narrative around all this, but what will that mean to him, that support? Because you made a mention of it in your programme notes, and there was more support for him today from the fans.
Yeah, his game was also a bit better than last week, so might have something to do with that. But I think our fans always have given him a lot of support. And that game, he didn't play really well. And then fans react to that. And because he has a contract situation, everybody is then saying it's about the contract. But probably it was about the fact that he simply didn't play his best game. And if Trent just plays what we expect from him and what the fans expect from him, then he gets the support where the Liverpool fans are known for.
Federico Chiesa, a goal, first one for Liverpool, and the performance, is it a hint that he can be really important for you in the next few months?
It's definitely a good first step, but as much as I liked the way Accrington and Stanley played, we have to take in consideration that we are talking about here about League 2 level. But it's then still you have to score a goal or you have to do well, and it's good to have him back on the pitch. That's the first and foremost the most important thing. And I like for him that he scored. He was a threat as well, but let's not get carried away with a half of special things against League 2 teams.
He needs to back that up.
Of course, but all of them do. But he as well, and but then to get that, he needs to have a chance as well. And like we all know, the player that plays there normally is Mo Salah, and he's done very well for us this season. So, but if he's fit and he can keep producing things like this, he will definitely have more playing time than he had in the first half of the season.
If he does go, and it's Real Madrid, I'd like to see anybody turn Real Madrid down if that is the case. Just say to the Liverpool fans here, he's been a great player. Enjoy him for the next 4 months.
Yeah, look, I think that's the narrative if he does go. I think that's the narrative. He's won everything, and he wants to try and maybe do something else. People might sort of quash and argue with that, but he's done everything here at Liverpool. I mean, I obviously love seeing him here. I hope he stays. We don't really know what's going to happen. I want him to remain a Liverpool player because I want Liverpool to have the best players. And, you know, for all Trent's arguments, people saying about him, he's a world-class player.
Yeah.
Genuinely is a wonderful player, and we want him to stay here. Who knows what will happen?
Yeah, and we saw with a world-class finish today.
Yeah, I mean, it was brilliant when you give him time and space and great touch, and then, as you mentioned as well, no backlift quality. You can analyse it all you want, but when it's Trent, he's world-class, and he's a world-class finish.